What's going on, guys? CJ here. Listen, I want to tell you about Buzzsprout. Let's say you want to start a podcast. I don't know what it could be about. Maybe you like to fucking cook. Maybe you have this fucking pot roast recipe that you got to share with the world. It's so fucking delicious. It's the best. But you want to tell the world how to do it, and you don't know how. Well, Buzzsprout is here to help. What you do is you record your episode on your phone, like I do, or whatever you use, and you upload it to their website. They will then distribute it to all the podcast directories automatically. They even have magic mastering software which increases my voice and drones out the loud fucking cars that seem to be driving by every single time I'm recording. Anyway, definitely check out the link in the description. You'll get a $20 Amazon gift card for signing up for a paid plan. That's $20, people. That means you can buy my book, Worthless. It's only for $3.99. You will have much more things to buy on Amazon after you buy my book. Just saying. Buzzsprout. Link in the description. Let's get this motherfucker started.
What up, bitches? Back at it again with another episode of the motherfucking CJ Bronson podcast. Today is Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. Thursday. Guys, I woke up, completely honest, I jumped up, I said, oh shit, it's fucking Friday, TGIF, it's Friday. You ever done that? You ever jumped out of bed all excited, it's fucking Friday? I don't even know why I'm excited. I think the reason why I was excited, and you guys know I work every day, is because I don't have to wake up early on the weekend because my son doesn't have to go on the bus. Usually we have to get up at like 5:50 or so, 5:45 in the morning. On Saturday and Sunday, we get to sleep in a little bit till like 7. Doesn't sound like much, but hey, the little extra hour and a half I'll take, especially as you guys can tell, I'm still not feeling 100. A little better though. I think my voice is coming back to what it once was, which could be good or bad depending upon if you like my voice. But with that being said, it's Thursday. I got up. I still went for my walk. I hope you guys did the same. Hope you washed your face. Hope you got set for the day. It's unfortunately not Friday, but you know what it is? It's pre-Friday. That's what Thursday is. Thursday is pre-Friday. And what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with some pre-Friday action, right? Nothing crazy. And we got some good stuff going in the news. Well, not really good. Well, it really depends on who you are. I'll say that. Because we have a president who, he's very giving. Who he gives to is, well, that's another story. You could argue that he gives to people who he has a vested interest in. Is that safe to say? And let's just quickly recap what and who he's given to, just for fun. Hey, why not? It's Thursday, right? So they've sent billions to Ukraine. We know, and it's for aid. It's aid, guys. It's what it is. We need to help Ukraine, this small country who really needs our help. Apparently, they're not getting enough money. Keep in mind, we're giving billions and other countries are giving as well, not including the individual donations and the charities. So in total, U.S. has already sent more than $54 billion. Right? And you could break that package down. I have a list here. Weapons and supplies, $12 billion. Economic support, about $9 billion. U.S. military deployments, $9 billion. Food assistance, $7 billion. So they spend $7 billion with food assistance. Keep in mind, we have a baby formula shortage in America. Just keep that in mind. $7 billion going to Ukraine. I still have not met a Ukrainian. Mila Kunis came out and said she's Ukrainian. I haven't met her, but that's the only one I can think of. Military and security assistance, $6 billion. Military and security assistance. I don't know what a fucking assistance security you need. Why are we helping them? They're not an ally. Grants and loans for military supplies. So now we're, excuse me. See? Give me 1 second. Let me get it together. All right. Military and security assistance, $6 billion. Grants and loans for military supplies. So now we're giving them supplies and we're loaning them supplies, supposedly. How they're going to pay this back, I don't know. So that $4.7 billion, that's probably going to be gone. Migration and refugee assistance, because all that wasn't enough. We got to help them get their people out, $1.8 billion. And then, of course, the other foreign aid of $1.5 billion, which who knows where that goes. Assistance for Europe, Eurasia, and Central Asia, $1 billion. Administration for Children and Families, $0.9 billion. Diplomatic programs, $0.5 billion. Enforcing sanctions, $0.3 billion. So all this money is being sent over there, right? Over there. And you think to yourself, well, That's because America is so rich and we're so well off, right? But we're really not, guys. If you guys don't know, if you're not from America, Americans are struggling day to day. I vent about it all the time with the gas prices, with loans, with debts, with inflation. Inflation is the killer because that's really taking a lot of money out of everyone's groceries every week, and we can't afford to pay the groceries, the gas prices, all this shit, utilities. It's all increasing. And we watch our president giving the money away. He could use that same money and make the mental institutions, the mental hospitals that we clearly need in this country, the baby formula that we clearly need to be made in this country, or at least bought from Mexico and brought over. I reported on that. Mexico has not a excess, but they have a supply in their stores, on their shelves. It's been reported by multiple sources, multiple stores, pharmacies, Costco. They all have it on the shelf. Name brand. Why he went to Germany to get it, I don't know. Is all of this a cash grab? I can't say for sure because don't quote me on that. I guess I'm not a conspiracy theory. I guess it is a conspiracy theory that he's pocketing it or that some kind of money laundering thing they're doing. I don't know but there's no evidence of it. But it is very suspicious how he worked. His son worked in Ukraine. He was head of Ukraine. Was it a power company or some shit? And now all of a sudden Ukraine has an issue, and here comes Mr. Joe Biden, the president, to save the day. And then again, I mentioned how Pelosi and all these people visited the country, shook hands with Zelensky, in the capital, Kyiv, where the fucking attacks were taking place. So suspicious. But again, it's a conspiracy theory, so don't mind me. I'm fucked up again on cough medicine. So the reason why I bring this up is because with all this money being sent over fucking seas, is there money left for us? Is there money left for us? And where does all this money come from? Well, I don't know where all the money's going to come from. I'm assuming they're going to have to increase taxes or they're going to have to do something because we're going to have to pay for it somehow. You can't just keep printing it and just keep us in debt forever, right? So what does he do to help us? What is the most popular president in history, according to the votes, over 80 million votes? What is he doing to help us? Well, he has decided, out of the goodness of his heart, to cancel $5.8 billion in school loans for former Corinthian college students. I don't even know what Corinthian college is. I had to educate myself. I probably should educate myself on a lot of things. But let's read this article and see. Maybe it tells us where the money's coming from and who this applies to. I don't know anyone. If you guys know anyone from Corinthian college, let me know. Maybe this is good for them. $5.8 billion is a lot of money. But let's see. The Biden administration says it will cancel federal student loans for some 560,000 borrowers who attended the for-profit Corinthian college chain. Oh, it's a chain. Okay. Under the new action, hundreds of thousands of students who attended the now defunct chain. Oh, the now defunct chain will receive $5.8 billion in full loan discharges. So this college no longer exists, isn't that what that means? The now defunct means that the school is closed. So the government is paying back the loans for a closed school? What the fuck? The largest of its kind in the Department of Education's history. That loan, that $5.8 billion is the largest of its kind in the Department of Education's history. That is insane. For a school that's closed, that's quote unquote now defunct. The chain, the entire chain. How many colleges were there? It doesn't say. Let's see. As of today, every student, this is a quote, as of today, every student deceived, defrauded, and driven into debt by Corinthian colleges can rest assured that the Biden-Harris administration has their back and will discharge their federal student loans, Education Secretary Miguel Cardona said in a statement. For far too long, Corinthian engaged in the wholesale financial exploitation of students, misleading them into taking on more and more debt to pay for promises they would never keep. Thousands of former Corinthian students were already eligible for debt cancellation, but they had to file paperwork and navigate an application process that advocates say is confusing and not widely known. So they're paying it off, even though you had a way to pay it off already. So the students had a way to get out of this debt. They were just too uneducated, too ignorant, too reluctant to learn how to do it. Is that what you gather from that? That's what I'm gathering. And now the government's stepping in and saying, we're just going to pay it off for you because it's too much work for you to figure it out. You're a college student. You can't figure out how to do this. Those who have a remaining balance on their debt will also get refunds on payments that they have already made. Wait. You have a balance. So let's say you pay 50%. You have a balance of 50%. They'll get that 50% that you owe will get paid, and you'll get refunded for the 50% you already paid in. What the fuck? Education department officials said students who have paid off their school loans will not be eligible. That's a fucking kick in the ass. Imagine that. You went to this fucking college and supposedly you got defrauded or whatever the fuck they're claiming. You paid your fucking loan. You did what every American is supposed to do. Every patriot is supposed to do. Every fucking rational human being does in this world is that they take debt and they're supposed to pay it off. Unless it's some kind of catastrophe, obviously. But usually you work your ass off and you pay it off. Like every other college student. Right? So, but here's the government saying, well, if you paid it off, you're fucked. Good for you. You paid it off. Here's a pat in the back. You're fucked. But those of you who paid 99.9%, you'll get the 99.9% back and we'll pay the rest of it off. That's crazy. To me, that's crazy. And it makes you wonder again, why? Why this school? Why this chain? Why now? Why are you spending all this money? Are you trying to garner votes? Is that what this is? You're trying to garner 560,000 votes for the November election? Is that what we're doing? Is that what this all is? Or are you trying to look good, show face, make it seem like you're fulfilling a promise that you had? Wasn't it during his campaign he was saying that he would pay off student loans? Wasn't that one of his fucking promises? I don't know. It's hard to watch him talk. It's hard to listen to him talk. It's just very frustrating. I'll just say that. So I don't really remember exactly word for word what he said. Maybe the article will cover it. Let's keep reading. At its peak, Corinthian was one of the nation's largest for-profit college companies, with more than 110,000 at 100 campuses across the country. They had 100 campuses? Dude, I swear to God, I'd never heard of this school. I'd never heard of this school. The company shut down in 2015 amid widespread findings of fraud. 2015. So we're in 2022. So what's that, 7 years? So 7 years ago, they closed? 7 years ago? Why now are you fucking... The Obama administration found that scores of campuses were falsifying data on the success of their graduates. In some cases, the schools reported that the students had found jobs in their fields of study, even though they were working at grocery stores or fast food chains. Hundreds of students told investigators they were pressured to enroll with promises of lucrative employment, only to end up with huge sums of debt and few job prospects. Federal officials also found that the company falsely told students their course credits could be transferred to other colleges. Oh, yeah, guys, this is all new to me. I did not hear this. Did you guys hear about this from 2015? The case inspired a federal crackdown, and the Obama administration promised to forgive loans for Corinthian students whose programs lied about job placement rates. But an explosion in applications for debt forgiveness, along with political battles over the process, created a years-long backlog in the process, leaving many former Corinthian students still awaiting relief. Well, 7 years ago, guys, and were you paying for these loans for 7 years? Because I mean, if the school went out of business and they're saying it's fucking a sham, was it just sitting on your credit report? I mean, if it's just sitting there and you're not paying it, I get paying it off, but that kind of sucks for the person who paid the entire loan, and now they're reading this article like, what the fuck? I was scammed too. I'm working at fucking Best Buy. Not to say nothing's wrong with Best Buy. Best Buy's great, but I was promised to be a doctor, and I just paid off my loans. Where's my fucking reimbursement? President Biden. Let's see. The Biden administration's announcement comes as President Biden considers broader student loan forgiveness. On the campaign trail, here we go. On the campaign trail, Biden said he supported forgiving $10,000 in student loans for all borrowers. He later indicated that such action could come through Congress, but the White House said he's considering whether to pursue it through executive action. Well, it's done. What's done is done, guys. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the students who fully paid off their loan and they're not getting a refund. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It should be fair to all across. If it's a scam and you're willing to pay it all off, then you should pay everyone's off. If it was a scam, if you were deceived, right? I mean, that's not fair. Think about that. I mean, these people are working at McDonald's, whatever they're claiming, and they're paying Lord knows how much a month. Let's say it's $250 a month, $300 extra a month. That goes a long way these days, right? And let's say you finally pay it off after 7 years. And this article comes out and you're like, what the fuck? That sucks. But kudos to the ones who get it, I guess. I mean, kudos to that. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's crazy, yo. Imagine that, though. Like, you wake up and your debt's paid off. Let's see what the comments say. Mr. Flake. Let's see what Mr. Flake says. I don't know who this is. Buying votes by forgiving loans will likely backfire. The more you forgive, the more other people are reminded of the loans they've worked to pay off. Exactly. The resentment will grow between who was forgiven, who wasn't, who deserved it, who benefited most. In the end, there will be more anger and frustration with Biden than before. Exactly. I agree. And I'm sorry to say it. You signed the document. You agreed to take this loan, right? Whether or not you're, just 18, every 18-year-old, whatever the fuck the age is you signed the loan for, for a loan, right? And that's part of life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you buy a lemon. Sometimes you get scammed. Sometimes the college is defunct and closes its doors. Sometimes you're lied to. That is all part of life. And, it's not fair to say, pay off my loan. In my opinion, that's not right. Because then where do you draw the line? Oh, my car payment is too much. Pay it off. Oh, I signed this car note when I was 18. I didn't know. I didn't know any better. Now, gas prices are so high, I can't afford to put super gas in my Corvette. So somebody please help me and pay it off. Please. No. You should have learned. You should have known better. You should have understood what you were signing. And if you didn't, well, that's part of life. And you got to pay it off. I'm sorry. How is that fair to all the other people who have college debt? Who are working hard, who are paying it every month, on time, who aren't bitching and crying and aren't complaining and aren't asking for a handout. How is that fair? And again, it's not really fair for him to spend, in my opinion, billions of dollars overseas and then billions of dollars on this when we could put it into buying more gas reserves, opening up the pipeline, get the gas prices down, get food on the shelves, focus on inflation, right? Get fertilizer out there. Isn't that an issue? Baby formula, get that shit rolling. Why is he spending money like this that we don't have? And if he does have it, why is he spending it on this bullshit? And that's what it is. I'm sorry. It's fucking bullshit. Plain and simple. How does Joe get the authorization to do this? Says Dixon 1LMD. There is a fundamental flaw in the budgeting process. If the executive office can make decisions like these, this is unreal and unfair for those people who have paid their loans as well as those that didn't benefit from going to college.
We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Pat Flynn here, host of the award-winning podcast, the Smart Passive Income Podcast, which was created to help you learn how to become an entrepreneur. And in the simplest way, too. You know, entrepreneurship can be very difficult. I like to simplify things. And I interview people like Josh Hall and Shane and Jocelyn Sams and Maria Fela. Who are they? Well, they're people just like you, people who have taken action after listening to the show and have built a business that has changed their lives. And I'd love to share an episode with you that I think will inspire you to get started, too. Check out the link in the description or go to smartpassiveincome.com/122 to get inspired, get what you need to get started, and change your life. You got this, and thank you.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? Is this fair? Is it fair? I don't think it's fair. And then also, how many of these loans that he's going to pay off are people who are like have good jobs? People who have a doctor's degree, like I said. People who are lawyers. People who can afford to pay it. I'm not saying the majority is, but what about those people who can afford, but they're just going to take the handout and live in their fucking mansion, driving their whatever luxury car? Right? How is that fair for the ones who are struggling? It should be fair across the board. If you can't make it fair, then don't make it at all. Spend the money where it can help people. I don't know. I kind of believe what I said earlier and what this guy says. It's for votes. That's the only reason I could see it. Only way. I mean, why do this? It's just, and then, oh man, I don't know. Let's see what this guy says. Rockfish Hiker. The real crime here is a government that approves student loans to an institution with zero oversight. Nobody will ever be fired. The loans that are being forgiven should come out of the federal employee salary who allowed these loans to be given in the first place. Well, that's not going to happen. That's not going to fucking happen at all. The loans should be paid by the fucking university. There was 100 of them. Where are those people? Where's the money? People pay tuition, right? Where is the lump sum of money? Where is all that money? Like, where are you getting the billions from? That's what people. It's just so fucking frustrating. It's what it is, and you guys know you too. I know you guys are feeling the frustration too. Come on, Biden supporters, you're gonna tell me you're not a little bit frustrated about this money being sent to Ukraine? Enough is enough. Now the guy is begging for $5 billion a month. You guys are happy with these gas prices? You guys are happy with the fucking food prices? Food prices? I'm saying eggs are up, milk is up, and all the refrigerated goods are going to go up because you got to remember it gets transported by diesel trucks, diesel refrigerated trucks. Diesel prices are $9 in some places a gallon. So if that goes up, where is that going to come? It's going to trickle down. It's going to trickle down. The fucking supplier's not going to pay for it. The food manufacturer's not going to take the cut. You're going to take the cut. When you buy the eggs, you're going to suffer and pay double what you were paying. I'm not trying to fear monger. This is the truth. Look it up. Talk to any economist. Google it. Look at the price of shit 2-3 years ago compared to now. Biden could have easily spent this money, right, and built the fucking pipeline, turn the pipeline back on, even buy more oil. Get the oil reserves and sell it to us at a cheaper price. That's what I would do. If you want to spend money that you don't have, do that. You want to create votes, do that. But no, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to focus on other shit that, in my opinion, doesn't really affect the average day person, in my opinion. The average working fucking family isn't really too concerned about Corinthian college. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I'm not even sure if the average family is even concerned with Ukraine at this point. I know it's a controversial thing to say. I know that's, oh, how could you say that? Vladimir's king. He's God. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you my opinion. I don't think they are. I think we've all kind of fed up and had enough of this shit, and we need help. We need support, and our government's not helping. So I want you guys to remember that shit come November. When it's time to vote, remember that shit. Don't remember Corinthian college bullshit, because that's really what it is. Because again, we don't know. There's no stats. Show me the statistics of the loan that's being paid. Are you paying off loans for master's degree, doctor's degrees? Are you paying off what loans are you paying off? Are you paying off loans for people who are almost done paying it and then giving them the refund? Like, that's the fucking audacity. It's crazy. The government to step in for that. It's almost like they want you to feel like you need the government. The government doesn't need you. You need the government. I think maybe that's what the campaign slogan's going to be. You need us. Vote for me. You need me. And then just keep depending on the government. Keep relying on the government. Patriots know. Regardless of what country you're from, the government is supposed to be there to help you. Right? Is that what it is supposed to be? Do we work for them or they work for us? I was always I always thought that they worked for us. That's what I always believed. That's what I was taught. Right? I mean, don't we pay their salaries? Isn't that so? Why is it feels like people now are begging the government for help? I don't know. I may be wrong. I may be crazy. I may be, I may have some I don't know, controversial statements, some different ideas, some loopy thoughts. Again, cough medicine, edibles, trying to survive out here. But that's what I'm thinking about Thursdays, man. Thursday episode, pre-Friday episode. Think about that shit. When you read the article about Joe Biden forgiving college loans, remember that there's some motherfucker out there who killed himself to pay his shit off, and he's furious. Or there's some motherfucker out there who's a doctor, who's laughing his fucking ass off because doesn't have to pay back his fucking doctor bill, college bill, whatever, college loan, while he's driving his Ferrari in the Hamptons or whatever the fuck. Right? There's both sides to the story. And then, of course, there's some people who are struggling to make ends meet, and I get that. Maybe that's what it should come down to. Maybe instead of forgiving all college loans, maybe you should look at tax returns and really to base it upon that. Base it upon income, right? If your income shows that you are struggling, that you're suffering, maybe those people should be forgiven, or at least give it a fucking break. Pause the payments another 2 years or whatever until you could turn this bitch around, turn this whole country around. Maybe that should be the process. I don't know. I don't like to get into politics too much. Kind of frustrates me, gets me a little angry. I got enough reasons to be upset, as you guys know. But I had to mention it. I saw it there, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. More money, and it's not being spent really on the people, the majority. I don't know. It's a wild Thursday. I apologize for that. It is what it is. Hey, what do I always say? Tip your drivers, Lyft driver, DoorDash driver. It's important. We're working on fucking fumes right now. I know I am. That's why I work 7 days. I'm trying to survive out here. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just being considerate. Think about that when you order food or when you ask for a Lyft or Uber. Think about that shit. It's important. Check out my book, Worthless. It's on Amazon. It's $3.99. It's awesome. 5 stars. Follow me on Twitter at CJ Bronson Show. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts. If you fucking graduated from Corinthian College, hit me up on Twitter. I would love to hear your story. Seriously. DM me or whatever. Tag me, whatever you want to do. All right, guys. Love you. As usual, have a great day. Kill it. Crush it. And we'll do it again tomorrow, the real Friday tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace.